Welcome back once again to Crypto Educator, crypto friends, crypto investors, and crypto traders. So, we are going to be talking about Solana's price action, Ethereum's price action, and one crypto asset from Solana ecosystem itself, which is kind of full of potential itself. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at the charts. And obviously, guys, this one is Solana right here. And if you take a look at the potential upside targets, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yes, we are beyond 2618, we are beyond 314, we are at 4236. Isn't that crazy, guys? I mean, isn't that completely bonkers? Now we are at 4236. We are targeting for a 786 to 10764 Solana, and that would mean that we could be nearing, we could be topping somewhere around $400 to $500. Now the analogy and all the analysis and all the theories behind this particular price action is going to be a direct comparative to whatever BNB did in the markets. I guess it was 6 to 7 months ago, but guys, look, that was the time when most of the people were new to DeFi space and most of the liquidity had just started flowing into the DeFi space itself. But as of now, we have awareness, right? We have crazy amount of people who already know what DeFi and NFT space is as a whole and how these things work as a whole. So most of the people who started looking for cheap alternatives kept on using this ecosystem as a whole. And what we are dealing with right now is, well, it's a supply shock on Solana itself. And this is what happens when Solana goes for a supply shock, right? You just simply keep on ripping to the upside. And if I take away the logarithmic chart itself, you can see what's happening, guys. This is the actual price action. Holy crap. And to be honest with you, the first and foremost go without taking a look at any chart from a non-logarithmic standpoint would make this one look like a complete bubble under formulation. And all right, yes, this is kind of like a bubble piece of price action, but look, guys, we are here in the market until the rally is getting extended towards the upside. And honestly, guys, look, 300 million is your supply cap for Solana itself, and if you just run a direct comparison to whatever BNB did in terms of attaining that, I do believe that was 100 billion mark when BNB was trying to put in the all-time highs. And if we talk about that for Solana itself, this would lead the price action all the way towards, well, your $450 to $500 regions. Most of the things are pointing out towards the fact that maybe Solana's rally could extend all the way towards 10764 itself, guys. And until these price points are coming to fruition, most likely we keep on rallying to the upside. Now let's talk about the risk management metrics as well for this video. So how are we going to be managing our risk? The first warning sign is certainly going to be this high, which we just which is simply blew past, right? Now, this one was a good consolidation, healthy consolidation happening on the 4-hour time frame itself. And this is what your indicators and all of your oscillators look like whenever an asset is going through going through a completely healthy consolidation, right? Now this is something which happens on most of the assets which are simply rip into the upside. You go for a little bearish engulfing price action on the 4-hour time frame itself, and then you do retest some key moving averages, guys. Look, essentially whenever an asset is in a trending motion, a complete ripping motion to the upside, you don't want to have crazy amount of indicators in front of your eyes, right? You just want to have simple information right in front of you, so that you do not clog your brains with various information which is completely going to be useless, right? What you have to take care of is simple moving averages, guys. Like, this is not simple, although this is exponential moving average 21 on the 4-hour time frame itself. But whenever a crypto asset is trending to the upside with most of the strength, it is simply going to be alongside your 21 exponential with your RSI looking something like this, guys. You can see right here, this 60 bifurcates everything. The 60 reads on RSI simply bifurcates the good trends from a little choppy trends, right? So most of the trends which are choppy were beneath the 60 reads on RSI. And you can see, guys, whenever your RSI was situating nicely above 60 reads, that is when you have your crazy expansion to the upside. Now similarly right here, you came for that retest of the 60 reads on RSI, but you simply bounced off of the 21 exponential right here, and you are still continuing your trend to the upside, most likely heading all the way towards 4236 as a flat profit taking zone, guys. Now this is a blue sky breakout environment, and you know the deal, guys. We can talk about these things again and again and again. For example, this consolidation range right here, you do have consolidation happening on 2618, 314 and 4236 as well for some amount of time, right? But then you extend your weight. Look, we don't have much data points for this particular analysis right here, but these Fibonacci levels like 2618, 4236, 786, 10764, all of these levels are really important. Whenever the price action is breaking to the upside, these levels are very important, guys. And I do feel that these kind of things, I don't see any YouTuber talking about these things. I don't see anybody talking about exit strategies as well. I do feel that these Fibonacci levels are kind of like your nice exit strategies, right? Look guys, any asset which is simply roll into the upside, rip into the upside, will go through a cool down phase, will go through a consolidation or maybe a midterm accumulation phase once again, right? And that is when you want to situate outside of these markets, right? And essentially for these things, how do you try to pinpoint these things? These numbers, guys, these Fibonacci extensions on a blue sky breakout, right? Blue sky breakout means price levels which have never been discovered before, right? So this is what Solana is doing. We are in a complete ribbity rip, a complete blue sky breakout to the upside. It's kind of looking like unstoppable as of now, and this is good looking trend, guys. Look, most of these assets will simply keep on expanding to the upside until they go for that blow off top kind of situation, right? And this piece of price action could lead into a blow off top, but essentially I don't see anything happening as of now, right? This is still brewing up for a blow off top, guys. This piece of price action is still brewing up for that extreme expansion to the upside, and then maybe put it on top for some mid time frame. And guys, essentially whenever an asset is trying to put in a top, a long term top for that matter, it will go through crazy volatile expansions to the downside, guys. Holy shit, I remember this was mad volatile. Solana went down by 60% in, I guess, 3-4 days, guys. Holy shit, this is something which happens. And well, are we going to be waiting for that? Essentially not. We are going to be waiting for these levels to play out, guys. This is where we take exit, right? Okay, so for that matter, let's jump on the 3-day and let's see what's the macro is looking like. All right, so RSI on the 3-day is way the fuck up there. Holy shit, this is at 90 reads, guys. And whenever Solana is at 90 reads on RSI, essentially that does not mean that Solana is going to be putting in a top. Remember, guys, Solana's RSI on 3-day went all the way about 84 reads. And I do feel that, yes, it was right here, guys. And after a little consolidation, we just simply kept on ripping to the upside, right? And something like this could happen once again. You could just simply go for a little reaccumulation phase happening for a couple of weeks, or maybe a couple of 3-day candles itself, and then maybe reset some oscillators on 12-hour or maybe 4-hour time frame itself, and then simply keep on ripping to the upside. Which is why, guys, these are your RSI 3-day super trends. RSI super trends. RSI super trends. Why do I say that? Your RSI is above 60 on the 3-day. These are the trends that you have to capitalize on, rather than just sitting on the sidelines waiting for the price action to come to your levels. Whenever you see the RSI trying to formulate a price action above, let's just say, some key levels and the 60 read, the strengthful zones, the bull control zone, that is when you capitalize on it, guys. Now remember, I think I spoke of this one back in the Axie Infinity video itself, where Axie was just getting into RSI super trend, right? RSI 3-day super trend, and that was the price action which I did not capitalize. I was completely sitting on the sidelines, just waiting for the price action to come to my own levels to get those bid filled. But look, guys, things don't work like that, and market will never work like that. I don't think you know the market. I don't think I know the market personally. Market knows nobody personally, right? Market is just a culmination of all the participants who are playing those leverage long and short positions, I guess, up and down. All right, so what this one is doing as of now is, this one is in a macro super trend, guys. This one is in a 3-day RSI super trend, and maybe we go for a little cool down happening on a 4236 and extending about 2618 as well, right? So if I would be managing my risk on something which is, I don't know, maybe a 3-day or a 2-day time frame, I would be looking at this entire zone, guys. 261 extension out of the blue sky breakout environment, and this is where I would be strictly managing my risk. Essentially 3-digit Solana. You don't want to lose 3-digit Solana once again. Once you start doing that on a 3-day opening and a closing basis, most likely you will retest this entire liquid zone sitting in at 1618, right? 1618 at $75. Until then, this one is looking completely fine. The 3-day candle just simply bullishly engulfing above every level to the upside, right? Which is why, guys, this one could also be our risk management. Essentially $108 on a 3-day opening and a closing basis is going to be your risk management on a bigger scale, on a bigger picture. Whereas on the small time frames, I would be vigilant about the price action if we start rolling below 120 reads, and that would mean that most likely we do retest these levels once again, the lower side of the $100 zones. is where we would essentially come up to, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the smallest of the time frames Fibonacci extension analysis. We're looking at a 618 consolidation happening as of now, and we are formulating a base on the 4-hour time frame itself, right? So your down moves all the way towards one-on-one extension about $130 could happen once we start closing 4-hour candles below this entire zone right here. So it's sitting in at $144, right? So guys, you can see right here, as we keep on bifurcating inside small time frames, you would be less and less accurate, but yes, you would be deciphering so many things. I don't think that for a trend which is happening on a macro time frame. Look guys, this is where most of the fuck ups happen, right? This is where most of the people chicken in and out of their positions. Like, look, this is something which used to happen to me as well. And whenever an asset goes about, I don't know, 20% move to the upside on a 4-hour time frame itself, that is when most of the traders are taking exit and grabbing their positions, right? Whereas they're not looking at the bigger picture, they're not looking at the 3-day super trends which are happening above the 60 on the RSI. This is when the asset is ripping to the upside. You go for those 20% bullish moves when your RSI essentially is below 60, guys. This is when your 20% moves are well, worth it. But essentially, when your RSI is on a super trend on the 3-day, I don't think you should settle with less, right? You should just keep on asking for more until this super trend continues to the upside, guys. Remember, we don't know where the top is at, we don't know where the bottom is at, but what we know for sure is that the RSI is looking strengthful and the market's price action is looking completely fine and strengthful, right? Okay, so with that said, let's conclude on Solana right here, guys. Look, as you keep on jumping to small time frames, more and more conflicting, conflicting thoughts would just keep on simply it'll just keep on fucking up with your own biases, right? So which is why, guys, my focus for Solana would be on the 3-day to the daily time frame itself, nothing lower than that itself. But if we talk about the hourly time frame, yes, it's a simple continuation trend to the upside. Most likely, if we take this one to the down, look guys, this is how we're bifurcating the price action zones. If we just keep on simply going down in the small time frames, right? This is another risk management zone right here. So once you start closing 4-hour candles below $138, that is most likely when you start your small time frames break down price action all the way towards 120 reads, right? And that is when you get reaccumulated and maybe attempt another bullish move to the upside all the way towards the $200 Solana, guys. I don't think it's a far-fetched opinion as of now. I think the trend keeps on continuing to the upside until the macro tells this one to roll to the upside, right? Okay, so the 4-hour time frame is getting into the third, let's just say the third parabolic advancement, right? So guys, this is how you just simply look at your uptrends. This was your first piece of accumulation happening, vertical accumulation happening alongside this entire zone right here, and now this one is the second as of now, right? We could be potentially looking at a parabolic advancement like this, which could take the price action all the way about $500, guys. This is where most of the trends end, right? This is where most of the parabolic advancements end. And look guys, if I just simply invert the chart to the downside, this is what happens in a bear market, right? Essentially, you have 3 stages of market panic, right? Market panics in 3 stages, guys. This is going to be your first stage where people are in complete disbelief. Oh, all right, my asset is completely fine. If I just hold on for a week or something like that, I just simply go on to the upside once again, right? And panic stage number 1. Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? And then the market will just simply start, I don't know, picking up once again in the small time frames, and people will be like, I'm completely fine, my investments are completely fine. Maybe if I just hold it for a month or something like that, I'll be rich once again. But guess what? Bam. Second stage of panic happens once again in the market, right? And look guys, whenever these kind of grinds are resolving, this is a complete bearish outlook. But if a grind is resolving some like this to the downside, essentially your trend keeps on continuing, it keeps on dripping to the downside, guys. And this is where most of the smart money would at most exit their positions, right? If they have a bearish stance in the market. Look guys, look, you can look at the price action from all the perspectives. For right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to invert the price action on Solana itself. And look guys, in reality this is completely bullish, right? But the price action behavior can be like this in bearish environments as well. So this is where, I don't know guys, your bag holders, your community members of any project, any crypto asset, they're still holding on to their bags, right? and then maybe something like this happens, a little reaccumulation, and then bam, this is where your capitulation takes place, guys. And most likely in the inverted form, this is where you go for this kind of situation, a blow off top, right? So something like this could potentially happen on Solana itself, where I don't know, guys, look, a blow off top coming from something like $500 would mean that the price action would stabilize somewhere alongside 168, 170. Holy crap. Can you imagine that? Can you just try to imagine that this asset just ripping to the upside for all the way about $500 per Solana, and then just shattering everybody's goddamn dreams in maybe a couple of hours, guys. This is what blow off tops look like, and this is what most likely Solana could look like, most likely. So right, so what you have to do is you have to keep on taking profits as we roll to the upside, right? This is what happens, guys. This is, you do not know where the market is going to top out. So essentially, whenever your objectives are getting filled according to some key Fibonacci levels, guys, this is going to be the best guess. Now we as traders, we do not know, guys. I don't have a fucking crystal ball here telling me that Solana will top out at $2,000. It's not going to stop before that. Look, guys, these are all opinions in the market, and yes, people are getting opinionated. People who bought Solana here are trying to talk about $1,000 Solana down the line, right? But those people had no idea about Solana back here in these ranges, or maybe in these ranges as well. So it's finally those people who started jumping into Solana, the people from TikTok itself, right? So we have, guys, I'm going to repeat the same thing once again. We have a crazy amount of retail influx happening, which calls for a market-wide fuckery, right? And this is pretty much clear from Solana, guys, which is why I don't think you should maybe still have those millionaire. Look, guys, am I trying to be bearish on your thoughts? Maybe I'm trying to do that, but maybe you should be vigilant about taking profits, guys. Look, everything is going to be unrealized until you take that stash, convert that into, I don't know, maybe something which is useful. Look, guys, you cannot buy your bread and meat and loaf with Solanas. All you can do is you can buy those fucking crypto kickers, or maybe something which can be flippable in NFT. Alright, essentially what you can do is you can launder your money. This is what crypto assets are doing, guys. Holy shit, are we just confessing to the reality right now? Yes, we are goddamn doing that. Yes, you cannot live your life off of crypto assets, and this is something which you have to keep in your mind. Even if the assets are completely ripping to the upside, guys, you have to keep this thing in your mind. Even if Ethereum goes to $100,000, I don't care about that. What you have to know is that Ethereum will not help you survive in the current landscape, in terms of living your life, right? You would have problems. Alright, you can say that yes, you have third-party applications trying to convert your Ethereum into US dollars and something like that, but look, guys, that's a hassle. That's a complete hassle, to be honest with you. So just be level-headed. Even if the market is completely exuberant and completely excited and euphoric, keep these things in mind, right? So this was weekend pep talks for you guys. It had to be done because the market is completely exuberant, guys. We here, right here in crypto community, are constantly taking profits. This is what we have to do, guys, so that when the bear market kicks in once again, you won't have any regrets, and you would have a huge chunk of stablecoin stash to keep on pouring back into the market once again, guys, so that you can enjoy these rips to the upside and keep on rotating down the line, right? We trade them, we don't date them. Okay, with that said, let's jump onto Ethereum for that matter. Let's see what's happening right here in... Are we at the deep retracement zone? Yes, most likely we are at 886. Holy shit, Ethereum is at 886 right here. We are just at the all-time high, guys. Holy crap. This one broke out of 618, and this was a straight up to the upside. A complete no-brainer. This was a complete no-brainer, guys. At least this 618 resolution to the upside all the way for a 76 retest was a 10% leeway, and which was a complete no-brainer, guys. Holy shit. I hope all of you are trading nicely in the market. I hope you're managing risk, and I hope you are coming out profitable in these kind of profitable environments, guys. Remember, there's one more theory. Take when the market is giving. Do not try to force things, right? Take when the market is giving, and this environment, this dynamic is pretty much giving, guys. It is pretty much giving. If you are sincere about your thoughts, and if you're sincere about your objectives and your plans and whatever you are trying to do in the markets, you will find these kind of price actions as a gift. This is a complete gift, guys. Look, these ranges, so capitalize on these things. Do not have any sort of FOMO that, oh my god, Ethereum is going to run towards $100 million and I don't have any Ethereum. Look, I'm sure a lot of you have been thinking like this. I'm sure I do get it, guys. Look, I had the same kind of mindset, like just completely drenching and completely dripping into that FOMO kind of mindset that, oh my god, I don't have enough Ethereum and all that. Like, everything is bullshit, right? Look, there's a rule, there's an investment rule in business altogether. If you do not have $100,000, forget about Bitcoin, forget about retail, forget about your what is that word, guys? Holy crap, what is that? Forget about land investments or real estate, right? Forget about any investment. If you don't have $100,000, forget about everything, guys. Just focus on building up $100,000, then maybe think about deploying that, because that is the standard that you have to have if you want to survive in this world with all the luxury that you want, right? And all of us have a lifestyle. Everybody is trying to maintain a lifestyle, right? So evaluate your own lifestyle and wherever your thought process is taking you. So try to evaluate that with your market exposure as a whole, right? And try to see, are you capable enough? Are you able to afford things twice before even thinking about them? These are the things, guys. Look, these are the things which will always keep you grounded, and these things will save you from euphoria. Guys, remember, if you do not capitalize on the euphoria, if you do not encash when you have that euphoric mindset, most likely you would watch that gains evaporate in front of your eyes, guys. So, which is why you always have to be level-headed. Markets are going to give you infinite opportunities. Holy crap, this one looks to me like a complete psychological session for all of you guys. So hit that like and hit that subscribe if these things are making sense to you, because these things are quite important, right? Okay, so let's talk about the price action right here. So if we start rolling below this exact zone, which is going to be aligning with your 786 zone as a whole, if essentially you start closing 4-hour candles below $3,700 on Ethereum, most likely you come back down and retest the 600 as a whole, guys. Although look, guys, if we talk about history repeating itself, you can see that all those downside price actions have been retracing for about 886 again and again, guys. These patterns are repeating on Ethereum again and again, which is why you have to be vigilant on the price action coming out of these levels, right? Once you start rolling below $3,700, most likely you retest 618 and then evaluate down the line, guys. Most likely the price action, if it resolves to the downside, is going to look something like this, right? Something like this, all the way for $5,000, and this is when we come down, bam, back again. This is something which I'm personally expecting, guys. Holy crap, look, if Ethereum takes out the previous all-time high, just wait and watch. Just wait and watch, guys. Just wait. What the fuck would happen to people in crypto Twitter? Just wait for it, right? And then look, if you are level-headed, I do not think you would want to long Ethereum above $5,000, guys, when that happens, right? Because bam, this is where you have the most FOMO liquidity in the market, and this is where you can profit as an institution, guys, capitalizing on retail crowd, money flowing here and there, money flowing here and there. What you have to do is just be a part of this flowing water, I guess, and keep on consuming the water down. So keep on taking profits, right? So something like this is what me personally I'm looking at, guys. This is my personal opinion right here. I'm not gonna trade my personal opinion, but if I see Ethereum getting rejected from $5,000 levels and coming back below the 101 extension, I would be targeting 382 out of this entire leg, guys, to the downside once again, and I would be focusing on a $2,500 Ethereum for a reaccumulation once again, right? So that we can go and trade 2,500 to 5,000 once again, guys, and go for that. Look, this is why I keep on repeating, I keep on saying these things, guys. Look, markets will have infinite opportunity. What you have to do is you have to control your goddamn brains, and you have to look at these things completely objectively, because these things will come infinitely to you again and again. This will happen again and again, right? Okay, with that said, let's talk about the main topic for that. Holy shit, 23 minutes down the line, and now we are thinking of getting into this. This is called Solanium. So what is this? This is an IDO project. This is an IDO platform, guys. This is initial DEX offering platform for you guys right here. Liquidity coming in from Serum DEX, MCEX, Gate.io, and powered by Solana, obviously, right? Obviously. So this is something which was, I guess, guys, this one came out of the Solana hackathon itself back in the Solana summer, and this is a relatively new project in the market. If you just simply talk about the, all right, so the entire Solana ecosystem as a whole is very new, guys, but guess what? Holy crap, I can't believe the speed in which this entire ecosystem keeps on growing. Shit, man, shit. So, all these protocols that you see on Ethereum, all these protocols, they took more than 2 years to come into fruition. But this right here, Solana fucking ecosystem for you guys, 4 months, 3 months, 2 months down the line, holy crap, they're rolling in protocols again and again, guys. People are highly, how would I say, guys, highly competent. The people who are building in Solana are highly competent, guys, in terms of building things as a whole, right? Crazy minds. I would say the sharpest of the minds are working in at Solana ecosystem as a whole. They are constantly developing, and the speed, the execution speed, everything is top notch. I'm just fundamentally at my euphoria if I talk about Solana ecosystem as a whole. I'm not even kidding, guys. Well, I guess 2 days ago we had a little bit of problem in the Solana blockchain as a whole, guys. I think the transactions were just lagging, guys. Were just lagging as a whole, right? And most of the things were not working in Phantom Wallet as well. So yes, the overload issue did happen on Solana blockchain. That is also a concerning factor, right? So Solana on these levels on price action is finally having scaling issues, which is, look guys, as of now this is not relevant, but this is something which we have to keep in our mind, right? So many people jump into Solana, so we do have a little bit of scaling issues going on, but I only have good things to talk about Solana ecosystem as a whole, guys. It is what it is, right? So let's talk about Slim right here. So Solanium is a platform which has Slim as their incentivization mechanism, right? So what do you do, guys? You stake, you essentially stake your Slim tokens right here, and then you get lottery tickets, and then you get allotted onto these assets right here, right? So essentially what do you need right here? Just for an example, you need to have 150 FTT staked on FTX if you want to participate in any IEO, right? And if you talk about Radium, you have to have 50 Radium staked, at least 50 Radium staked to participate in any IDO, right? So similarly right here, guys, this is a fundraising and a trading platform on Solana, just like that. So if you have 5,000 Solanium staked here, most likely you will, it's not most likely, you will receive 100 lottery tickets so that you get allocated onto these projects, guys. You know, it's a lottery kind of thing. But if you stake 10,000, you will get guaranteed allocation, right? You will have guaranteed allocation, which means that if you have 10,000 Solanium staked into this platform, you will most certainly get all of these IDO projects as your pre-sale, right? As a pre-sale, you receive them as a pre-sale. And essentially, guys, look, I think it just keeps on going about 50,000 Solanium Solanium staked, and this is your fifth tier. This is your ultimate tier. If you have 50,000 Solanium staked right here, yes, you will keep on receiving these free IDO projects for the rest of the year, or maybe until they increase their value, or maybe Solanium goes to, I don't know, $10, something like that. I don't know, guys. Look, these things can keep on dripping to the upside, right? So just take a look at this one. So we have staking leaderboard as well going on. So the first one is standing in at 600,000 Solanium staked onto this platform, right? So guys, look, Solanium, I guess it had a 10x, and this happened in a month. Solanium did a 10x in a month, guys. I think this one is coming from 20 cents, and currently this one is standing in at almost $3 flat, right? So this is almost $1.2 million. Look, this is $1.8 million staked, and which is why, guys, look, again and again, I can talk about these philosophical thoughts again and again. The rich keeps on getting richer, guys. The rich keeps on getting richer. So what we can do, we can participate in these technologies as early participants before these things just simply get into completely, guys, look, billionaires' hands, right? So essentially the best example for this could be FTT. So when FTT came out, FTX as an exchange came out, one FTT was equal to $1, right? It was $1, and buying 150 FTT back in 2018 was not a big deal at all. But as of now, 150 FTT is almost equal to more than $10,000 as a whole, guys. So that is, how do I say, that is a technological advancement and adoption as a whole, right? So now you have to have 150 FTT staked to participate in any IEO or any ICO as well, for that matter, guys. Now this is an expensive game. This one is getting expensive, and slowly, guys, look, having and owning 150 FTT would, I don't know, maybe look like $100,000 as a whole, because most likely down the line, if we talk about a 6-year long time horizon, event horizon, something like that, maybe all of these crypto assets like BNB, like FTT, they're going to be valuated at most likely 5 digits, guys. Most likely FTD would be $10,000. These things could happen, guys, if we talk about a decade worth of investment or something like that, which is why always just keep on stacking those investment crypto assets which are working, which have a guaranteed future, guys, which have a guaranteed future, right? Ethereum, Bitcoin, FTT as well for that matter, guys, Solana. So just have that long-term stash which you do not want to touch at all, right? Which is going to make sense, which is going to make a lot of sense down the line. It's not going to make sense right now, but down the line these things will make a lot of sense, guys, which is why we are early, which is why market will keep on giving you infinite opportunities to participate, right? So this is another opportunity. I do feel that Solanium as a fundraising platform as a whole is going to work out as a whole, guys. And yes, you have awareness about this platform. Yes, you do have a working community. You do have real people with real objectives behind this entire platform as a whole, which is why, am I fundamentally bullish right here? Yes, I'm fundamentally bullish on Solanium as a whole, as a platform, which is looking pretty neat. And yes, guys, the projects. Now, what essentially happens that you might come across crazy amount of fundraising platforms on Solana, on BSC, on, I don't know, guys, Ethereum as well. But most of the projects which do get listed are completely shit, are absolutely useless pieces of crap, are completely there for just, I don't know, guys, LP providing staking and just lending and just supply demand mechanics with absolutely zero use cases. Yes, there are crazy amount of projects like that. So what differentiates an IDO platform as a whole is the projects which are getting listed, right? So Cyclos, Apricot Finance, Copper Finance, Port Finance, Project Seed. Holy crap, guys, all of these projects are completely, let's just say, guys, these are quality projects as a whole, right? You can do your research. I have done my research on Solana ecosystem, and yes, every single day I've been trying to do my research on Solana ecosystem as a whole. I think this is a Solana super trend. Solana summer, look, guys, summer is almost over, but yes, Solana summer came in quite late, but it is here as of now, so let's try to enjoy it, guys. Solana, holy crap, in the previous month or something like that, more than $30 billion have gotten into Solana, guys. Now, even if $1 billion out of that entire money we just got into Solana gets into Solanium, this one would probably do a 10x in the market, right? And if $1 billion gets into Apricot Finance or Copper Finance for the matter, these things are most likely going to do 1000x in the market because they have their market capitalization as maybe 5 million or 10 million. So how do you play these games? Well. Look, guys, everything is a bet, right? Everything is a bet in the market. What you can do as a whole is take best informed and educated guess in the market. This is what you can do, guys. This is the most you can do in the market, right? And this is what venture capital firms do as a whole, right? They invest in the people. They invest in the people who are actually bringing these protocols into fruition. This is what happens, guys. So which is why research, keep on researching. Don't forget the research side of things, guys. Just don't buy any crypto assets just because your friend said that, you know, something was trending on TikTok or Twitter, something like that. Just make informed decisions, guys. This is why this community exists right here. This is why the Discord server exists. So if you have any question, any doubt, we have a whole community which is quite sophisticated. We don't talk about bullshit. We talk about real things, and real things which can potentially make us money. Huge amount of money as well, right? All right, guys, with that said, let's wind up this 30-minute long weekend pep talks for a lot of you guys right here. If you found value in this content, hit that like, share, bell, all those good things. Just do that, guys. Do that. And look, share. All right, share this video. Share this as much as you can with all of your friends who you think would be interested in this entire ecosystem as a whole, right? So that maybe they also make informed decisions in the market. So with that said, I'm going to be winding up this video right here, and I will catch all of you tomorrow. Bye for now.